Before the video begins, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications, that way you get alerted whenever I upload. But besides that, enjoy the video. Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Tropical, and today I'm bringing you another video on the channel guys, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an awesome looking thumbnail for your videos. So all you need is to download the zip in the description. It's going to be a MediaFire link. Once you download it, you'll be brought to thumbnailtutorial.zip. All I want to do is extract it using any extractor, the unarchiver, 7-zip, WinZip, whatever you want, and then just move it around. So this is all you need right here is this folder. Once you open it, you'll have all the fonts required. You'll have the Tropicals layer style PSD. You'll have some example backgrounds, and you'll have all the effects that I use in my thumbnails. So in order for this to work, or in order for you to make thumbnails, you will need Photoshop or Affinity. I know PSDs do work on Affinity. I don't know any other programs that allow PSDs, but either Photoshop or Affinity. And once you have, all those programs and stuff, and by the way, if you cannot afford them, trust me, there are ways to get them for free. You just gotta do some digging. I do not condone that. I purchased the subscription for Photoshop, but if you guys, cannot afford it or whatever, there are ways to get it for free. But once you have everything, once you have the thumbnail tutorial, once you have Photoshop or Affinity, all you want to do is open up the Tropicals layer style PSD. Now, once you open it, you're going to be brought to this, and it's going to explain, how to use it. So hide this layer, select the text color you like, find it in the layers navigation, right click and click duplicate layer. So we're going to go ahead and hide this for now. We're actually going to delete it for now. And here's all like the text colors. Now what we're going to do is, for this video, I'm going to be making an example CSGO like case opening. So I'm going to open this background on the example BG using Photoshop. I'm going to open the example knife using Adobe Photoshop. And here we go. Let me copy this, move it over here. You guys can follow. Oh, there's a lot of errors over here. But good thing that we can see those now. Let's go ahead and remove those real quick because we don't want it to, look ugly when we make the thumbnail. Actually, let me see, let me grab the eraser tool. I'm blind, there we go. Let's just get rid of these small little errors, nothing too much. Alright, looks decent enough for an example thumbnail. So here we have the example knife. We're just gonna move it oh, there's something else that I have to get rid of real quick. I will fix this whenever I put it in the description, by the way guys. I will make sure to get rid of all the errors. I made this just with 10 minutes using Photoshop. So here we go, we have the arm now, so I'm just gonna put it right here, actually, right here, yeah. Anyways, so now we have the example background and the example knife, and now we gotta pick a color that we like. So for this, I'll probably just do gold. Gold looks good, so we're just gonna click it, click duplicate layer, and then select where you're making your thumbnail. So we're making an example bg.jpg. So we're gonna paste it, and you guys will see that it's right here. If you don't see it, in the X and Y coordinates, just put 0 and 0 and then press enter, and it'll move it to the center of your thing. So now we have this, we're just gonna change it. So let's make it insane. And by the way, don't make lines. For each text, you have to make a new layer. So we're gonna duplicate insane, CSGO create, one more layer, and we're gonna call this opening. Alright, so there we go. Now I'm gonna actually just do that way it's easy editing. So now here we go. Now we can just make this just a little bit bigger. So let's see, that's 229. Let's make it 250 and 250. You want to have equal text, unless you're emphasizing words. You want to do insane, you can make that bigger if you want to. It doesn't really matter, just all about preference. You guys can mess around with this, by the way. Don't copy my settings, because that's not how you do anything. So here we have the text. We're just gonna center it. You don't have to. You can do insane, CSGO create. Just like I said, all preference. If you like centering it, then all means center it. So to center it, that looks, hold up, let me just verify that. All right, there we go. So you want to right click, go to blending options, and on drop shadow you want to make this bigger. So size, I prefer around 30. 30 looks decent, so we're gonna go, actually let's do 45, because since this is a bigger background, you're gonna have to use bigger blending options. Most thumbnails are 1280 by 720, so 30 should work, but since this is so much bigger, we're gonna have to increase the blending option size. So drop shadow 45 as well, and then we just want to move it so it barely does. Alright, right. So to know when you have it right, so like as you guys can see, there's the brown. It's perfect whenever like it doesn't cross. So right before it crosses, like right there it crosses, so right there is good. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing for this. So you wanna zoom in, you wanna find where it crosses. Actually, you gotta do it with this. So you wanna find right before where it crosses, right there. And then you have to move this because I done goofed with it. So right before it crosses, right there. So this is how our text looks, and we want to fill these gaps in right here. So to do that, all you want to do is make a new layer by clicking the little layer icon, select the color that the outline is, so it's going to be black, and then just, let me make my brush size bigger, and then just fill it in. So there we have our text completely done. Now you want to do is you want to select the first layer, and you want to shift and select the second layer to select all layers. Press Control E or Command E, depending on Mac or Windows, to merge the layers. Then you want to right click, click blending options, go to stroke, click on color, and select the white. And then you want to make it around 7 or 8, not 78, but I'm gonna go with 9 since it's a bigger thumbnail. So now we have the Insane CSGO crate opening, and we can undo this now. And already, like, this is beginning to look pretty sick, like already. Now to add just a little more effect, what you can do is like on this, you can do blending options, stroke, you can add like an outline, you know, to this. Like that looks decent right there. And you can see like when there's like pixelated errors, like how there's like the white blobs, you can delete those using the eraser tool. So I'm gonna go with 4 on this. 4 looks decent. I'm gonna select the eraser tool and I'm gonna delete all these blobs. That way we can, you know, make it look decent. So select all of them, delete, delete. You just want to try to make it look as good as possible. Right here we have a lot of like jagged lines. Boom. I just want to get rid of this to make it as smooth as possible. Alright, and boom. So this looks decent for, you know, an example. We can move it over just a little, right? Oh, there we go. We got more. And like I said, I will fix this whenever you guys download it. So we have the basis of the thumbnail now. I'm going to unlock this. So now you want to select your background. So like the crate opening, and actually let's move it to where like, I want to try to like center, edit, transform, scale. I want to try to like make it emphasize, you know, the gold, the special item winning. Now we're gonna go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and you just want to make it a small blur. You don't want to make it like insane where they like physically cannot see what you won, but like 3.2 looks decent. And now we would just want to open our effects. So you just want to find an effect that looks good. For instance, explosions PNG looks good. It looks really good like on the background of your thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and merge the text and the knife. I'm going to merge those into one layer. I'll rename it to main. This will be called background. And organization when making thumbnails is like key, because like if you can't tell what's what, it's not going to work. So you just want to move the explosion behind it, and you just want to scale it up. That way it looks, you know, decent. So like this, boom, put it behind the text, and it just gives it a nice little look. So there we go. That looks pretty. This looks like already good. And most of my thumbnails I do use fire. It looks good as well. Just copy it, move it over here, edit, transform, scale. You're gonna have to scale it up all the way. You want to make sure the fire fits the full image, just like so. I normally move the fire at the very top, and then I just change the opacity to like 79. It looks about, and like wherever like this arm right here, like, you know how you can barely see it, you can always just grab the eraser tool, set the opacity to like 60, and then like well, let me change the brush size. And you can just like make some erase marks, you know, that way you can like see the arm a lot better. Now you don't have to do that, that's just optional. But already, like this right here, actually, let me do like 75. Yeah, 75 looks good. So like already this thumbnail is looking pretty insane. Like I would definitely click on this like if I saw it. But like this is just a CSGO, you know, thumbnail. Like you can change this, you know, if you play Minecraft, you can put a diamond sword and put like insane 3v1 clutch, or whatever game you play, you can easily you know, make this work. And you can just remove, you don't have to have like an item in there. You can just make it text like most of my thumbnails are. You can add logos and stuff like, you know, the Audacity logo, you can put that. This is just a basic tutorial. And yeah, that's how you make thumbnails using Photoshop. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I'll see you in our next video. Peace out.